Boy, the people at the Chicago Sun-Times are having a lot of trouble today. We're going to see a story in a minute about a cop who shot one of the fellas in South Chicago, caused a lot of razzle-dazzle, argy-bargy, a lot of it. So the Chicago Sun-Times first blush of the story was, this cop shot one of the fellas for no reason whatsoever, but so far all we have is peaceful protests. Well, that lasted about 20 minutes before they had to change that story. I mean, this is the day after story, right? Then one of their ace reporters, he starts tweeting about it and taking videos of it. He started tweeting about it saying, oh yeah, the cops are here. The cops caused the riot. So why don't we do things a little bit backwards? Why don't we look at the actual shooting that caused all the grief in Chicago on Saturday night, and then we're going to see the actual cop cam, right? Then we're going to go out to the hood. We're going to go out with the fellas. We're going to go into the community. We're going to see an unbelievable amount of denial, deceit, delusion, how everybody's got the script memorized now. He was a nice kid, never did anything, and the cop shot him for no reason whatsoever. So let's look at the news report. Let's look at a few minutes of riots. Then we'll come back and wind it up.
Good morning. Police say the man that was shot and killed last night not only had a gun on him, but also 2 ammunition magazines. Now, police say this all started when 4 to 5 officers on a foot patrol near 71st walked up to the man because they thought they noticed that he had a gun.
When they approached him, he tried to push their hands away, started flailing and swinging away, trying to make his escape. And as he was making his escape, reached for his weapon.
Chicago police say one officer fired several shots, hitting and killing the man who people in the neighborhood say is in his mid-30s and a barber. After the shooting, large crowds gathered near 71st and Chappelle. Police tried to move them back. At least 4 protesters were arrested. 3 to 4 officers had some minor injuries. According to the Tribune, protesters were throwing glass bottles and water bottles full of urine at them. The Civilian Office of Police Accountability, or COPA, is investigating. Police do believe there is body camera footage of the confrontation. There were several people in the vicinity when the shots were fired, and they have a different version of what happened.
They say, sir, no selling cigarettes. He said, I'm not selling any squares. I'm just getting off of work. I work at the barber shop right here. When he turned around to walk off from there because they was harassing him, they shot him. Chicago police.
Come on, y'all. Justice for Snoop the Barber. Justice for Snoop the Barber. Justice for Snoop. Justice for Snoop. Justice for Snoop. Move back here, move. You're not going nowhere. It's all right. Y'all go over there. Y'all go over there. It's all right. It's our neighborhood. We're not going nowhere.
So I was looking at the nail shop right here on 5, and I was sitting on the corner waiting for my Uber to come. And next thing you know, I see this older man walk in the middle of the street behind a police car. The man was reaching for his cigarettes, and they jumped out and shot the man in his back. They left him on the scene for 15 minutes until the ambulance arrived. He was dead already. They tried to perform CPR on him, he was already dead. They didn't cover him up, they didn't do nothing. They left that man in that street like that for about 15 minutes.
Back, that's fine, back. Turn around.
There's a lot of riot video out there from this business from Saturday night. You know, my favorite piece of rioting video in Chicago Came from a place called, I think it's called The Yard, south of The Yard, something like that. Same kind of deal. 5 guys stole a car. They stole stuff from the truck. They're getting chased by the cops. Exchange gunfire. 4 get away, 1 gets killed. All of a sudden, there are hundreds of people out on the street repeating things that aren't true, spreading rumors. But my absolute favorite piece of video out there is, I don't have it anymore, but a guy goes, hey, let's just charge them. They can't shoot all of us. And so that's like the automatic knee-jerk response now. Anytime a cop is shot, all the fellas and their lovely ladies come out of the house to blame it on white racism. You're shooting our kids. The guy was like 38 years old, had a gun, 2 magazines for the gun. You're shooting our kids. Stop shooting our kids. Fact is, when a black person walks out of a house in Chicago, he's like 100 times more likely to be shot by another person than a cop. Couldn't get one person in Chicago media to acknowledge that today, because talking about this ridiculous level of black criminality, the ridiculous danger we put cops in Chicago, well, you know that makes the black kids angry.